Hello, hello, and happy April Fool's Day for this most special of special occasions. I thought I would do a special deck profile. This, right here, is my high defense deck from circa 2008, which was about when I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In my youth. So I have carefully either kept this deck in more or less the same shape, or recreated it to what it was back then to show you exactly what it meant to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in my day, when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was real Yu-Gi-Oh! None of this new stuff. So yeah, we are going to take a trip back in time and see what a 60-card high defense deck looks like. So, we're starting off with the Creator. Now this was a real cool card and a sort of later addition to this deck. It's like level 8, it's kind of big. And it, what does it even do? Select a monster in your graveyard, send a card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon the selected monster. Yeah, see, so with 3,000 defense and the ability to bring back monsters from the graveyard, this just keeps stuff in play. Your opponent is never getting past it. It's not happening. And then here we have from McDonald Pack 2, the Stone Dragon, a level 7, 2,000 attack, 2,300 defense. Again, you can't break through this, it's impossible. And level 7 is important. I will show you why when I outline some of the combos in this deck. I always had some random level 7 or level 8. I'm pretty sure I used like Slot Machine and Launcher Spider before, but for now we have Stone Dragon. Neo Aqua Madoor. Here we go. This is the good stuff. So we got 3 Neo Aqua Madoors. Because it's a level 6, it only requires 1 tribute, but has 3,000 defense, just like the Creator. Oh, this is a powerhouse. Nobody's getting through that. You play that in face-down defense position, your opponent attacks into it, boom, they're getting hit for big damage. Total Defense Shogun, another level 6, but this one's special because, well, it's changed to defense position when it's normal summoned or flip summoned, and it can attack while in defense position. And if it attacks that way, you apply the attack of this card for damage calculation, which is a shame, but the fact that it can attack at all is a big deal in defense. Guardian Sphinx, this is kind of a cool one, level 5, 2,400 defense, it's pretty big. You can flip it face down once per turn, and when it's flip summoned, you return all monsters on the opponent's side of the field to their owner's hand. This just wipes your opponent's board. Really annoying. Now we get into the level 4s, okay. So a Destiny Hero Defender has 2,700 defense for level 4. What other level 4 is going to be able to break through that? None of them. And if it's in face-up defense position during your opponent's standby phase, your opponent draws a card. Now normally that would be really bad, but in this deck, that's really good, because that means your opponent is just 1 card closer to decking themselves, as they sit there, unable to get through your monstrous 2,700 defense. And I've got 2 of these, by the way. And then we move to Big Shield Gardna. This was one of my favorite cards when I was younger. This is actually one of the reasons I built this deck in the first place, I think, because Dark Beginnings 1, yeah. Now, I really wanted this card, and Dark Beginnings 1 came out, so a friend of mine said that I'd never open it in a pack, but guess what? I got 1 pack of it, and boom, Big Shield Gardna right there, ultra rare. This very card. Sentimental value. It has 2,600 defense, so, you know, again, no level 4 is breaking through that. And you can negate the activation of a spell card that designates this 1 face-down monster. At that time, you flip it into face-up defense position, but, you know, there is a negate in this deck. Yeah, that is how serious I was. And if this card is attack, you change it to attack position at the end of the damage step. That's less than ideal, but there's ways around that. Don't worry. I planned for that. Now we also have Gear Golem the Moving Fortress here, another favorite of mine. You can pay 800 life points, and it can attack your opponent's life points directly with 800 attacks. So you're trading 800 for 800. there's stuff you can do with that, for sure. Otherwise, it has 2200 defense, which is pretty big for a level 4. Now, a stone statue of the Aztecs. Yeah, so there's, pretty sure I had like 3 of these. Yeah, so we got 3 of these. 2000 defense, but any battle damage your opponent takes when they attack this monster is doubled. So they'd better be careful they're not attacking you with something with like 1600 attack, or they're taking big damage. Now we also have a Charcoal and Pachi here, 2100 defense, level 1 for some reason. It's kind of weird, but 2100 defense, yeah. Battle Footballer, again, 2100 defense, very powerful. Giant Soldier of Stone, got a couple of these. 2000 defense, level 3. 1300 attack is, like, kind of respectable, so hey, that's pretty cool. The Golem Sentry here, just like the Sphinx that we saw earlier, it can flip itself face down, but when it is flip summoned, you return a monster on your opponent's side of the field to the owner's hand. And 1800 defense, so it's still pretty big, but not indestructible. Guardian Statue only has 1400 defense, but it has the same ability to return things to your opponent's hand. I've got 2 of these because I didn't have 3 Golem Sentries, how about that? Legendary Jujitsu Master, again, another incredibly annoying card because a monster that battles with this defense position card is returned to the top of the owner's deck at the end of the damage step. Just bounce their stuff, not even to their hand, but to their deck. Oh, that is evil. Evil. Jowls of the Dark Demise. So we're getting into some weird little monsters that I used too. You take control of a monster on your opponent's side of the field till the end of the turn that this card's effect is activated. And when that monster attacks, it can attack your opponent's life points directly. Which is a strange ability, but kind of cool. You can get some damage in doing that. It's an annoying effect. Man-Eater Bug, we all know what this does. Flip, destroy a monster on the field. I got a couple of those. Old Vindictive Magician, just more Man-Eater Bugs. Flip, destroy a monster on the field, regardless of position, it says. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now, how does this deck win? Well, it wins right here with Shield and Sword. You exchange the attack and defense. Hang on, it's out of focus. Hello? Perfect. For 1 turn, each face-up monster's attack becomes their defense and vice versa. So all of those monsters with like 2700 defense and 0 attack, well, now they have 2700 attack. And your opponent's monsters with 2700 attack and 0 defense, well, now they have 0 attack. So you just destroy through them. We got 3 shields and swords, of course. Continuous Destruction Punch. This is a continuous spell. So when your opponent attacks your defense position monster, your defense is higher than their attack, you destroy the attacking monster. That'll make them think twice. Especially when Course of Sanctuary is your field spell, increases your defense by 500 points. Oh yeah, there you go. You see how these work. Mystical Space Typhoon, got a couple of those to destroy spells and such. Traps even. And Book of Moon, you flip 1 face-up monster into face-down defense position. So you can use this against your opponent, or you can use it on your own monsters to flip them back face-down. Very good. And Pot of Avarice here is so that you can shuffle your monsters in your graveyard back into your library and draw a couple cards from it. Which also makes your library a bit bigger in case you feel like decking out your opponent again. And Toll, each player must pay 500 life points to declare an attack. So not only do they have to attack into your high defense monsters, which is, I should reiterate, a fruitless endeavor. They are going to take damage and they will probably destroy their own monster. They also have to pay 500 life points to do it. Oh, these are the plays. These are the good cards. Negate attack, well, we got a couple of these, so that when your opponent's monster attacks and you don't want them to, you can just end the battle phase. Take that. Radiant Mirror Force, oh, activate only, what does this even do? I don't even know what this does. Opponent declares an attack while they control 3 or more attack position monsters. Destroy all attack position monsters your opponent. Oh, so it's like bad Mirror Force. I guess I didn't have any Mirror Forces. But still, you know, it gets the job done, destroys their stuff. Hallowed Life Barrier, discard a card from your hand. During this turn, any damage you take from your opponent becomes 0. Well, that is a last resort, I guess, but it's there. Judgment of Anubis, this, like, does stuff when your opponent tries to destroy a spell or trap. You can destroy a face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. Hey, there you go, direct damage. Forced Back, I'm pretty sure I just used this card because I had it. Negate the normal summon or flip summon of a monster and return it to the owner's hand. Hey, there, okay. Again, annoying cards to slow down your opponent. Draining Shield, negate an attack, and gain life points equal to that amount. Soul Resurrection. Oh, special summon a normal monster from your graveyard in defense, which is perfect because all the normal monsters in this deck have so much defense. So yeah, that's a good card. Cross Counter. If the defense of an attack defense position monster is higher than the attack, battle damage inflicted to your opponent is doubled, and destroy the attacking monster. Ooh, this is... I should really have, like, more than one of these. But yeah, Cross Counter, there you go, just in case. Sakuretsu Armor, I got a couple of these. Activate when your opponent declares an attack, destroy the attacking monster, so again, it's like bad Mirror Force. Magic Cylinder, ooh, negate the attack of an opponent's monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. More direct damage. Is this a burn deck? Bottomless Trap Hole. Normal summon, flip summon, or special summon with an attack of 1500 or more. That monster is destroyed and removed from play. Oh, get rid of it. Gone forever. Shift. Okay, so remember when I said Big Shield Gardna flips to attack? Well, this one. When your opponent designates a monster as the target of a spell, trap, or battle attack, you switch the target to another monster on your side of the field. Oh, they thought they were going to get easy damage? Nope, not happening. 2 of those, by the way. Trap Hole, normal summon, flip summon with an attack of 1000 or more, destroy that monster. Yeah, that's good stuff. And Desert Sunlight, we're running 3 of these bad boys to turn all monsters on your side of the field to face up a defense position. There you go. So after you go all out attacking with shield and sword, just run one of these and you're safe and sound again. So that is the basic outline of this deck, and as always, now we're gonna look at some sweet combos. So just a second. So, as a bit of a side note, if you're wondering where the extra deck is, there isn't one. Why would I use such a thing? What purpose would it serve? There are no fusions that I want to fusion summon, and there are no other kinds of extra deck monsters, so yeah, why would I bother taking an extra deck? It's silly, it is pointless, I don't need it. So let's get into some combos here, huh? Now, first combo. We have Man-Eater Bug, right? We play it face-down defense position. The opponent doesn't know that this is a Man-Eater Bug. So they attack into it, right? Man-Eater Bug flips. This flip effect, even though Man-Eater Bug is probably going to be destroyed, this will destroy an opponent's monster. That'll make them think twice before attacking you. Foolishly. Now here's another one. So you play like Golem Sentry or something, right? In attack position, and then, now it only has 800 attack, but you use shield and sword. Oh ho, now it has 1800 attack. You can attack with this, and then, thanks to its effect, you can flip it into defense so that it doesn't do damage to you when you get attacked by your opponent's monster. In fact, you can even flip summon it next turn to return something to their hand. Now this is a powerful card, but remember, if it's in defense and you have Course of Sanctuary in play, huh? Now this increases its defense by 500 points, making it 2300 defense. And if you have something like Continuous Destruction Punch in play and your opponent attacks into it with like a Battle Ox or something, then guess what? Not only are they taking damage, their monster is destroyed. And then on your turn, you can flip it face down and then flip summon it to return something to their hand. Oh, this is powerful stuff. These are game-breaking combos. Seriously, you wouldn't believe the kind of games that I won with stuff like that. So now let's get into proper usage of Big Shield Gardna 101. I think I touched on this momentarily when I went through the single cards, but just in case you missed it or you want a demonstration, let's look at it again. So Big Shield Gardna has 2600 defense. Your opponent attacks. Dumb, I know, they shouldn't do that, but they took damage, it's fine. Big Shield Gardna now goes to attack because of its effect. But if you have Desert Sunlight face down, your opponent now thinks, oh, it has only 100 attack, whatever, it's fine. They attack into it, well, Desert Sunlight flips it into defense. Oh, and now they're taking even more damage. How many monsters do they have in play? Less than 2? Well, guess what? They've just wasted their entire turn attacking Big Shield Gardna, which is a fool's errand. But now it's an attack again. Which, again, Shield and Sword, now it has 2,600 attack. And what does your opponent have? Like, Lejin, Mystical Genie or something with, like, low defense? Just destroy right through that with your monstrous attack. And if you have, like, Gear Golem, the Moving Fortress... hang on, I'm out of focus here. We do things professionally on this channel. Come on. Let's get this in focus, please. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. So, Gear Golem, the Moving Fortress, right? You pay 800 life points to attack directly, so it doesn't even matter if they have something in play. With Shield and Sword, this is 2,200 direct damage to their life points. This is a massive swing in your favor, okay? So, yeah, now you see how these cards work together, right? So, it's good stuff. Your opponent is quaking in their boots at this point. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I've got all these monsters in defense, right? And my opponent can't do anything. It's like turn 20, my entire field is just full of monsters, and it's like a stalemate, right? Now you could sit there and wait for your opponent to draw out. But, and I kid you not, I kid you not, I've done this before. So you've got all these cards, well now, you know what, you can literally do this. This is a thing you can do. You can tribute 2 of them to normal summon a high-level monster. So now, because you're 1 card short, you have room next turn to play a new monster. It's incredible the way the rules of this game work. So just in case you don't feel like sitting there for 40 uninterrupted turns waiting for your opponent to do nothing, you can actually normal summon high-level monsters to make room for more monsters that might even have flip effects. Yeah, this is a game-winning strategy right here. And I mean, if you've got a field like this, well, I mean, really, this is just begging to have Shield and Sword played on it so that you can attack your opponent for 8,000 damage and just win. Again, I kid you not. I have done that. It's possible. Or it was. In 2008. Well, there you go. That just about wraps up this deck profile for my high defense Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now, I know I've been tongue-in-cheek making fun of it this entire time, but I have fond memories of playing this deck. I really do. You know, everybody played their high attack decks, and I thought, you know what would be really fun? Doing the opposite, playing a high defense deck that uses the opponent's willingness to attack blindly into face-down defense position cards against them, and then to win with Shield and Sword. So yeah, you know, I have a winning record with this deck. Let me tell you, it has won more games than it has lost. But that, yes, this does bring me to the end of this little deck profile, and maybe one day I will find a way to play high defense in the modern day. If anybody will do it, if anybody wants to do it, it is me. So, yeah, maybe there will be a part 2 to this deck profile someday. But in the meantime, that does bring us to the end, so I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and I do hope that you'll join me again next time for whatever deck I might be profiling next. Happy April Fool's Day. Ta-ta. And... okay, this is unbelievable. What the heck am I looking at? Elemental Hero Stratos. Okay. That is quite something. Divine Dragon is pretty sweet. But I'm done. I'm done. Done!